MLB The Show 25 is almost here. And in my opinion, I absolutely think there's great reason to be excited. We've already had some big things get confirmed, and there's tons more to come. So let's talk about it. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Certainly, one of the biggest changes for MLB 25 will be that sets and seasons are gone in Diamond Dynasty. That's a point they made sure to make clear to us very early on. This blog post came out months ago at this point, explaining that sets and seasons will no longer be a part of Diamond Dynasty in the future, heading into MLB The Show 25. And that's huge news, which I think kind of goes without saying for those who played Diamond Dynasty these past 2 years. It really hindered the overall experience because, first of all, they put in captain cards, right, that they really improved this year. So it's like, great, we can use theme teams. Nope, not really, because you're limited to what cards you can currently use at that point of the season. I don't know about you guys, but for myself, I definitely had a lot less Parallel 5 cards than I did in MLB The Show 21, 22, because you could only use them for so long. And obviously, you could choose to wildcard them, but you only got a couple wildcard slots at any given time within a season. It just wasn't a great system, and you wouldn't get a lot of those fan favorite cards that we're going to look back on 5 years later, like your 2021 Edward Cabrera, your Trey Turner from that same year. But most of all, I think sets and seasons were just brutal for more casual players, or even myself, who plays the game quite frequently. You know, you would have team affinity programs or whatnot that take some time, right? But I had so many friends that would tell me, yeah, you know, I finally got through all the moments and the missions that I need to do for team affinity to get these cards in. Boom. Next chapter comes out. These cards are no longer as relevant because there's higher overalls. It was a never-ending grind if you actually wanted to have a competitive team. And then towards the end of a season, when you finally have the cards you want, you got your XP boss, you got your Season 1 collection boss, well, you're shit out of luck, because the next season's coming around and you get to carry over like 2 of those cards. I mean, it really sucked for me as well as casual players. You know, I didn't really get a chance. Did I even use Satchel Paige? 11 innings online, it looks like. Not at all offline. George Brett, I got him like 42 plate appearances than Willie Mays. I think Mays and Brett were the ones I used more, but some of those stats were from BR. But a lot of these cards I didn't get a chance to use because it was right at the buzzer of the season that you'd actually earn them. So sets and seasons being gone, good riddance. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. We've also got a pretty good look at what the base cards, the live series, will look like in MLB The Show 25. Now, the Topps partnership is still going, even with Fanatics now owning Topps, and this is kind of what you could expect live series to look like. Here's Francisco Lindor, and you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think about the design in the comment section down below. I really liked the look of the live series and the base card Topps in 2024. For comparison's sake, here's how similar those two actually ended up. Pretty damn close. So you get the picture that Topps 2025 is going to look pretty similar to our live series in MLB The Show 2025. And here's Acuna. Honestly, I like the look of these. Of course, guys like Acuna, Lindor, they're going to have some diamonds in the background there. But I think it's a pretty good look, and I am excited for it. Something I really want to see for MLB The Show 25 is actual upgrades to the offline game modes. Road to the Show, franchise, storylines, that I think is desperately lacking some big innovation. In Road to the Show, it talks about deepening the player's journey before being drafted and returning the control on how your player develops and grows in new and interesting ways, which is pretty interesting. Calling back to the video we made talking about the MLB 25 idea survey that they pushed out to a lot of you guys, where you could vote on whether or not you'd be interested in different changes to the game. One of them talked about essentially the inclusion of college cards in Diamond Dynasty. Think your Madden Ultimate Team Campus Heroes, where you've got Paul Skeens repping LSU Tigers. There's reason to believe that college teams could be coming to Road to the Show. I mean, that would definitely check the box on deepening the player's journey to get to the big leagues. I think they did a good job including the scouting combine back into Road to the Show. Actually thought it was kind of interesting. You know, you would showcase power in your first batting practice, and they compare the max exit velo to other guys within your class. And they'd also give draft comparisons. If you chose to be a power-hitting, speedy outfielder who's a switch hitter, maybe they'd call you the next Mickey Mantle. It enriched the beginning part to your Road to the Show. That was really the only interesting part of that game mode. So if you have college teams, I think that would make it a hell of a lot more interesting. And also, returning back to the freedom of using training points, I think would be a great choice, stepping away from the archetype system that they put in place the last couple of years. In franchise mode, they talk improved trade evaluation metrics, coming along with a new fun and engaging offseason experience. I don't believe it when I see it. This is like the 4th, 5th year that they said, improved trade logic. And still you see like Juan Soto will get traded for like a B potential prospect and like Mike Ford or something. Franchise, I think, is getting on the right track. The scouting upgrade they had, I believe, for MLB The Show 23, I think it's actually better than a game like Madden scouting that they've got. It's a really good system, and they've started to put more care into franchise. It's just been the baby steps. I'm hoping that we can take a big step. And we already know that Storylines Part 3, Negro Leagues, is coming back, voiced by the president of the Negro League Baseball Museum himself, Bob Kendrick, and we're sure to get another handful of legends. I'm really hoping maybe we could get like a Turkey Stearns, Oscar Charleston, Cool Papa Bell. There's a bunch of names that they could still give us, but this is a multi-year long inclusion to the game, which I'm very excited about. I thought they've done an excellent job with those storylines in 2023 and 2024. Very much looking forward to what they have for 2025. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Who was on the thumbnail of this video? A lot of people are talking about Barry Bonds being in MLB The Show 25, and seemingly it's really for two reasons. One, he's going to have his likeness in Topps cards for the first time since 2017. Here you see the official announcement. Here's one of the cards they're going to be putting in there. And that is very cool 1990s Topps. So that, coupled with the fact that it's MLB The Show 25, and the 25 here is gold, people are assuming that it's Barry Bonds, which the link there was the last time MLB The Show had a legend on the main cover of the game was Ken Griffey Jr. at MLB The Show 17, and the 17 was gold. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think people are reaching here. I don't expect Barry Bonds to be in the game. I mean, you talk about the Topps cards. He was in there in 2017. He wasn't in MLB The Show in 2017. I get things have changed for the game. Like, you know, they're on all platforms now. They're a top 10 selling game in the United States year after year. So they have more funds to potentially get the likeness rights to Barry Bonds. And yes, he's been more out there. You know, he's doing telecasts with Fox Sports. But I don't think that this necessarily means that Barry Bonds is going to be in the game. I would love to be wrong. I would love to see Barry Lamar Bonds grace the cover of MLB The Show 25. I think he would be an extremely exciting legend to be brought in, but I'll believe it when I see it. But speaking of MLB 25, when can we actually expect it? Normally, the game comes out in March. We've seen it be pushed into April. You know, like 2021, 2022, after COVID, those games came out later. But these last 2 years, they've been early to mid-March, and I'd expect much the same here. My guess would be either the 14th of March or the 21st. So really, pretty soon. And as per usual, I expect that we'll see the official cover announcement and our first major details on the 1st of February. But which consoles will it be for? A lot of people are hoping that this game is finally the one to go current gen exclusive, cutting out the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One in favor of going exclusive to the newer consoles that have higher performance power to hopefully deliver things like a new game engine that we haven't seen in 7-8 years. It's hard to keep count at this point. Better graphics and many more things. I can't say personally, but hopefully it is going to be just on the newer consoles. I know there's a large install base, plenty of people that still have the PlayStation 4, the Xbox Ones, but those are consoles that came out in 2013. That's 12 years ago. That's easy math. You know, there's just more potential of what MLB The Show 25 could be if it is solely made for the newer and more powerful consoles. So, should you be excited for MLB 25? In my opinion, yes. We talked about sets and seasons, which I think is paramount. Being able to use the cards that you earn and having that freedom that we've been restricted for the large part of 2 years. If you're a Diamond Dynasty player, I think that alone is going to get you in the door, especially if you're on Xbox. If you have Game Pass, you can try out the game for free. Now, if you're not an online player, if you're more a franchise Road to the Show guy, I would be a little bit more skeptical. I am optimistic that something big is going to happen. I don't want to guarantee that college teams are going to be in the game. I don't want to guarantee that they're going to make some groundbreaking innovation here. But as I mentioned earlier, I think they've been making the steps. Road to the Show, I think that mode has really gotten boring in the past. I don't really think there's been a big innovation in Road to the Show since 2008, and that's when it first was conceived, right? All they've really done, besides tinkering around with the upgrade system, in my mind, to a worser one now, the archetype system, they've just added these half-assed MLB Network segments that every player gets the same ones for. You really only see them in the first year, and they do nothing to tell a story and really enrich what's supposedly billed as an RPG. Here's a couple ideas. Let us play around with that contract money we earn. You know, let's say you sign a $30 million a year contract. Give us like an apartment or something that we can buy, or a house that we can buy, and we can hang up career accomplishments. If you win back-to-back MVPs, you get put on the cover of MLB The Show with your Road to the Show player. It's not that hard. Other games have done it for over a decade by now. So yeah, a couple things we already know about MLB 25 that I'm pretty juiced up for, and of course there's a lot still to learn. Let me know what you guys are most excited and hopeful for within MLB The Show 25, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below. Thank you for watching.